Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. And yeah, this should be uploaded on Christmas Day. And if that's the case, which I think it will be the case, I really hope you've had a good day. Yeah, man, like this is being recorded just before Christmas because obviously I'm going to spend the day with my family and doing my own thing. But yeah, I hope you guys had a good day or you are having a good day. And yeah, spend it with your family, done nice things. And yeah, hope I'm gonna release this later in the day, so obviously you've got all your stuff over and done with, and you can sort of chill and watch this. Because I've had a few comments of people saying not they want me, they said, do what you want to do. If you don't want to upload on Christmas, that's fair enough. But I was just like, you know what? If I record before Christmas, it won't hurt to upload, and I really enjoy the fact that you guys want me to do so, so I will. And this is a somewhat special video. Like people have been wanting this, and it's like completely different. It's literally just to do with like pre-game shows, etc. And it's the NFL Flyover tradition, or the Flyover America's Greatest pre-game tradition. And yeah, I mean, I assume it's going to be like jets flying through the sky with like not ink, like coloured. What's the word? Not coloured gas, coloured like paint, like dry paint, like going behind the planes, and it's just like sort of making patterns, etc. But yeah, man, I'm not too sure if I'm right. Let's just get into it, really. I'm excited to see because this must be like a big, big thing in American sports. Oh, the sound's not on. Oops.
Now,
Okay, let's start again.
5 seconds now.
Oh my god. Look how fast they are. I mean, they are jets, to be fair.
When it
Is
comes
this,
to the pregame flyovers, that is something.
how often would this be? Would this be every game, or would this be like for like a Super Bowl or like a playoff? Or is it only certain teams that get this sort of like?
That you can see it 100 times, and the 100th time you see it, it's impressive.
Yeah, for sure. Must get them so amped up. Must cost so much to do as well.
Extreme power of these things flying by in a precision.
Oh my days.
There's a bomber. Look at a picture of that thing.
They're loving it. Oh, what the hell is that?
Come over.
Wait, that's not a normal jet. What the hell is that? That's like a UFO.
Look at a picture of that thing.
Bro, what is that? I've never seen any. Bro, that is creepy.
Is it gonna come over? Yeah.
Jeez, what is
That's
that?
impressive, isn't it?
That
Perhaps
is.
the most impressive moment of the NFL pregame pageantry is the shock and awe of the flyover.
That is scary, man.
When the Jets fly over the stadium, I think they should do that before every game because it just signifies where you are and you're in the big leagues and the game's
Yeah.
about to start.
I love all flyovers. I don't care. Piper Cubs in formation, helicopters.
Oh man, that's sick as
crop
well.
dusters. If it's a flyover,
So it's not just jets then, it's literally any sort of like form of transport in the air. That's pretty cool.
by God, what we're about to do is important.
There's something about the size, the sound, you can feel those jets going over the top.
Mate, they must like vibrate
A lot
like
of times
in a
when
stadium.
flyovers is just a surprise and you're not really expecting it.
I try to find out when we're having those flyovers because if you don't know, they can scare the hell out of you.
How high up in the air would you say they are? Because they must be like. I'm not actually good at dimensions and how high up things are in the air. Because the thing is, they look closer than they actually are. They're probably like, what, 1,000 feet up, probably more. They sound so bloody loud. I've never seen helicopter flyovers ever though.
You know, the big, like they're really loud and they feel like they're 10 feet above you. I love those.
Wow.
The flyover could be the most
Is this-
exciting 5 seconds in
Wait.
football.
Oh, that is pretty sick.
In a game known for its complex
huge.
passing patterns and crossing routes, it only makes sense that a good flyover can give.
That's the weirdest one still. That is such a weird looking plane. What is that plane called? That looks like a shadow. I don't even know how to explain it, but what I was going to say was, what is this only for the NFL? Does this happen in baseball? Obviously it can't really happen in basketball because that's indoors, and ice hockey. Is there any other sports that the flyover happens in? Or is it mainly like NFL, because obviously it probably is harder for it to do in the other sports. But surely it must happen in baseball as well.
Inspiration.
Like big occasions. Oh my god. Look at that angle.
Flyovers, and then there are different flyovers. I can remember being in Kansas City, and Derek Thomas, whose dad died in Vietnam, and the flyover was always special to him. Whenever we'd have one, you could almost say, hey, Derek's going to have a big game today.
That's pretty sick. Oh my god. Wait, no way that was during the game. That must have been before, and then like the sort of the edits cut it up. If that's during the game.
A precise flyover is much like a fine-tuned offense in that it requires perfect timing and a solid game plan.
Okay.
Yeah, to be fair.
For the day is
I'm sorry I keep pausing it, but someone said in future, pause when you're going to speak and then unpause when you're listening. What I was going to say is like when people put the thought into these flyover things, or just things in general, like you don't really think about how hard it must be to like actually perform, because you just sort of see it happening, like, oh, that's pretty crazy. But then once you see stuff like this, you realize how hard it must be to do.
Exact TOT over the center of Soldiers Field at Zulu time 21, 37, and 40 seconds. This is the stadium itself. Okay, this half loop looking thing. So the things that are biggest factor for us is this building will be well above this building. You'll notice on the drive-in today, this building has a crane on the top. Okay, we should be offset to the right, and that should not be a factor. You can see off in the distance, okay, Lake Point Tower is probably our biggest threat. Anything that's a factor for the flight, call it out, whether it's a tower, birds, other airplanes, tall buildings, you name it. Going to fly right over the southern end zone.
So they're
right
proper setting up.
The goalposts and press.
Oh wow, even to that dimension.
Out over the lake.
Has there ever been a case of them messing up? Has there been like the worst flyover ever, or is it always the preparation for it? Has it always like worked out? Assume because they're such high professionals, there must have never been like a failure like that.
The flyover crew is busy making their last-second adjustments.
We're trying to make a time on target so that they fly over at the last note of the national anthem.
Oh, so it's during the... Okay, that's pretty smart. The fact that they time it at that point. Wow. That is sick. That is sick. Fair enough. Wow. Oh my days. Yeah, they're actually low as hell. Fair enough.
In a post 9/11 world, a flyover can mean more than the beginning of a football game.
I guess actually, yeah, when you put it like that, because obviously with the 9/11 attacks, it must mean a lot more when they see things like that. It's probably like a signal of strength in a sense. It's such a traumatic thing for a country to go through. For the people to see that, it must be like really like warming.
A flyover can symbolize pride in a nation.
Yeah, like pride.
Or a rallying call from tragedy.
Right after
oh wow, that is so cool.
In the Arrowhead, it was very emotional just because of the time, and then we had to fly over. It just I don't know.
There's a lot of emotion involved in American sports, isn't there? Like it's like a sort of like a moment to be proud.
There's something about a flyover
that is such a cool angle. Oh my days.
The anthem is ending. It's hitting that beautiful crescendo. Plane comes over, and that's America. If you're around the world and you're watching that, I think you go, you know what?
Big that is.
I get it. America's
that was a really good video, I tell you what. The flyover is a spectacle to behold. How often would you say that is? Is it like one game a season? Or does it just depend on... Does it just change like each season? But yeah, passion and sort of like the love for the sport, and not even just American football, but just American sports in general is crazy. Because in soccer, you only really get that in the World Cup or the European Championships. Like, you don't really get it in club games, like when it's club between club, because it's more like focused on not the country. It's more focused on just the teams. But in American sports, it's obviously the teams are playing each other, and the fans not like are going to be chanting for their own team. But it's like a bit of like before the game starts, it's like unity, and like you just sort of what I'm feeling, what I'm seeing is like you're just more proud to be there, to experience it, and then you like that's like the sort of the first priority, and then the second priority is to enjoy the game and support your team, which I love, man, because it just shows a difference between all sports. But yeah, saying from the start, I really hope you guys have had an incredible Christmas if this does post on that day. And if it's posted on Boxing Day, again, I still hope you've had an incredible day. Hope your holidays have been good. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.